Hello, and thank you for joining me for my segment of Leading with Love COVID-19 Mini Series, Maximizing the Hearts of Our Communities, sponsored by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs Incorporated. For more information about the Institute, please go to www.globalcoachentrepreneur.org. My name is Jeannetta Collier. I'm coming to you from my office in Dallas, Texas, USA. I am a mindset transformationist and a business strategist master coach. I am talking to you this week about breaking through fear. Now, I decided to name the subtitle this week, The Mind is Where Fear Lives. The mind is where fear lives. So the last couple of weeks, I explained to you that we're born with two fears, the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. I also informed you that the number one fear that we have is the fear of public speaking. Now, as we go through this process today, I will ask you to get a pen and paper so you can jot down some notes. This time around, I'm going to give you some strategies, proven strategies, also some information that you can use whenever you feel a little anxiety, fear, or some emotions that you do not want to take hold of, and how to release those emotions and how to move past the fear. So this will be some information that you can use no matter what's going on in your life. So again, get a pen and paper so you can jot down some notes. I have my notes over to the side, so if I look over, that's what I'm looking at, my notes. So we talked about how we come into this world with only two fears, which is the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. And we also talked about the number one fear, which is the fear of public speaking. I, again, is going to help you get step through your fears through the mind, body, and spirit. Now, if you don't understand why and how the fears show up, they will continue to show up. Again, if you don't understand why and how they show up, they will continue to show up. So we're going to break that down a little bit for you. So it reminds me of a circus elephant. Okay? So when a circus is training an elephant, they go out and get a baby elephant. They never go and get an adult elephant. And here's why. With the baby elephant, they can put a chain around them. And the chain is pretty heavy and pretty big for the baby elephant. And this baby elephant will cry for months on end trying to get out of this chain and pulling and tugging and hurting this little leg, and I'm going to call it a leg because I don't know what else to call it, until finally he stops. He stops pulling, he stops tugging, he stops crying, and he is just acclimated to what is happening to him. Now, as this elephant grows, this chain is still on his leg, the same chain. They haven't put a bigger chain on him or heavier chain on him. It's the same chain. But he refuses to pull, to break free. So as you see, this elephant has been conditioned to stay there, to stay in that position. Even as an adult, when they take the elephant away, take the chain off and take the elephant to the circus, and then bring him back to that same spot and they put that same chain on him, he doesn't try to break free. He's been conditioned in the mind. And that's what's happened to a lot of us. We have been conditioned in our mind to have fears. Remember, we're only born with two fears, the fear of falling and the fear of loud noises. So the other fears that we have, we pick those fears up along the way. One thing I want you to do is become aware of the power of the media. Become aware of the power of the media. I'm sure you heard the phrase that if it bleeds, it leads. That's a media terms where they only want to show you the things that really work you up, to excite you, to just bring the attention. That's how the media works. So if it's exciting and it's leading And it's going to be the number one breaking news. So if it bleeds, it leads. The media is the most powerful tool that feeds into our mind. The most powerful tool that feeds into our mind is the media. So many people have been led down the wrong direction listening to the media, instead of going out doing the research for themselves. They have been fed, I like to say, a swamp, listening to the media. So you have to really be careful of what you allow to play into your mind. When you allow things to come into your mind, it sits, your mind just really try to work through it and work it out. And then what you see and what you put into your mind is what you eventually is going to put out. So be selective on what you allow to go into your mind. Know the reason why things are being shown to you, projected to you, given to you. Understand that. Because once it penetrates your mind, it has everything. So again, become aware of the power of the media. The next step is perception is who you are. Perception is who you are. You will see yourself as less than and fearful. Then that's who you will be. So you will be that person. You are who you believe you are. And if you don't know who, what, and why, you will succumb to your fears. If you don't understand this, research it. If you don't know who, what, and why, you will succumb to your fears, because people perceive us as what we show them. It's how we portray ourselves. The next step is what you allow your mind to take in is what your mind will put out. That's a part of the media, but also that's a part of who you align yourself with, who you surround yourself with, who you allow to come into your space. When you allow other people to come into your space, they're bringing their insecurities, they're bringing their anxieties, and they're bringing their fears into your space. And then you're taking on their insecurities, you're taking on their anxieties, and you're taking on their fear. The next step, understand the uniqueness of your own body. Understand the uniqueness of your own body. Why is that important? Well, I believe that when you understand who your body, who you are as your body, and I'm not saying the size or the way your body looks, I'm saying how your body works, then you can push away fears. Here's why. When you're feeling ill and you go to the doctor and they're telling you to take a certain medicine or do a certain thing, if you don't know your body, then you're going to follow their path and you're going to do what they tell you. But if you know your body, then you're able to have an intelligent conversation to say, hey, no, I need this, this, and this for my body. In order for me to feel better, I need this, this, and this. Because you have to keep in mind, doctors are trained in a scientific fashion. Science does not work on everybody the same. Let me repeat that. Science do not work on everybody the same. So you have to know your body so you can inform them of what works for your body. When you're armed with ammunition of knowledge, then you have no fear. Let me say that again. When you're armed with ammunition of knowledge, then you have no fear. Because fear can't live in a place of knowledge. Fear can't live in a place of knowledge. The next thing I'm going to tell you is understand the mind and body relationship. Understand the mind and body relationship. And there is a relationship. I mean, I told you the story of the baby elephant, right? And how they go out and get these baby elephants and put them in chains. And the same chain are on these elephants when they become big and huge. And they can just move one leg and pop that chain off. But they have mind control, which gave them body control over the elephant. So I'm going to say to you, if you allow someone to take control of your mind, then they have control of your body. And when you have no control, fear sets in. Get it? If you give someone the control of your mind, then they have control of your body. And when you don't have control of your body, then fear sets in. You know, with everything that's going on right now, people are so fearful because they have no control, or they think they have no control. But you have all the control. You have all of the control. And I'm going to help you with that a little further down. Another step is spirit. It's important that you see yourself at the highest. It's important that you see the highest image of yourself. And for me, the highest image of myself is through Jesus Christ. So whoever your creator, you believe your creator is, you need to be able to see yourself as your creator. Now, I'm not saying that you're higher than your creator. I'm saying you need to be able to see your creator within you. For me, my creator is the image of me. That's my higher self. That's why I have no fear. And that's why I don't allow fear to live in me. So let me say, I have some fears. They may visit, but they don't live in me. I won't allow them to live in me because I am the image of my creator, which is my higher self. So you have to understand who your creator is, and are you the image of your creator in your higher self? Because fear cannot live in you if you're the image of your creator. It may visit, but it can't live. And for me, fear does not live in me. Does that make sense to you? The other thing is the power of fear and how it will take over you if you allow it to. I mean, think about it. So I talked to you about what fear is, which is anxiety, phobias, just any negative emotions are fears. So The power of fear is just really, it's really deep when you really think about it. But when you allow fear to take over you, you're it's much bigger than what you think. I mean, you're breaking down your immune system. You're opening up yourself for diseases and illnesses and death. You're opening up yourself for mental illness. You're opening yourself up for just all kinds of things that detrimental to you as a person. So that's why it's important that you can't allow fear to live within you. So one thing I'm going to say to you, if you're a person that's dealing with mental illness, dealing with a bunch of phobias and anxieties, build up your immune system. That's one thing I want you to start doing, is building up your immune system. And start surrounding yourself with positive people. Because if you build up your immune system, you're able to fight off a lot of things, and then bring it in positive people to help you and align you. Because when you open yourself up to allow fear to take hold, you are slowly killing yourself. You're not only allowing yourself to reach your ultimate goal, but you're killing yourself in the present space. Again, through illnesses, physical illness, mental illness. Fear will destroy you if you allow it. And the key word is if you allow it, because you do and you can stop fear from taking over. Another thing I want you to know is fear, again, is in the mind. So all of our biggest battles start in our minds. And one way and one thing that I do that allows me to really stop the fear from penetrating is I pray. And I mean, think about it. I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm sure you have this big meeting to go to. You probably say a prayer before your big meeting. You say a prayer before you eat your food. You say a prayer before you have something hard to do in order to calm your mind and calm your spirit. It is scientifically proven that when you allow your mind to be calm, you give your body physical strength. When you allow your mind to be calm, you give your body physical strength to push through. That's why you have a lot of people that will take a power nap. Or a lot of people will meditate. Or a lot of people may go and exercise, because that's common. It calms me. Or a lot of people would write and journal. Or you would have people that, I know people that will get on the phone and talk to other people, like-minded people, people that's positive, because it's feeding into their mind, and therefore it's giving them strength. Another thing I want you to understand, that empower your mind and see yourself through powerful people. Or better yet, empower your mind and see yourself powerful through others. How would you do that? I like to do that through ancestries. Think about it. If we look back at our ancestors, and see what they've done in life, we wouldn't feel powerless. We wouldn't feel fearful. They have paved the way for us. They have set the standards for us. We don't have to look at anyone else. We just look at our ancestors and know they set the standards for us. They have made roads for us to travel. A lot of us may not even know our ancestors. A lot of us may not have a desire to know our ancestors. But I will say to you, if you research, talk to people who may know. You don't even have to go all the way back. You can go to your grandparents, your parents, your grandparents, their parents. And I guarantee you, the more research you do on your ancestors, you realize that you have no reason to fear. Because they have paid ways out of no way. I like to say that. If you're a Christian, you know what I'm saying. They'll pay a way out of no way. And they have done all of these things for you so you won't have to be fearful. You have the power already in you. Everything you need is in you. So I will say to you again, go to your ancestry. See who you are, who you really are. Who you really are. And you wouldn't have fear. You won't have room for fear once you find out who you really are. And we celebrate our ancestors, if you think about it. We have Mother's Day. We have Father's Day. We have Memorial Day. We celebrate our ancestors. So go and see who they are. You know, I mentioned earlier who you are, what you are, and why you're here. You understand that you don't have fear. You shouldn't have fear. Again, once you realize who you are, what you are, and why you're here, there's no room for fear. You won't have any fear. I like to think that what we're dealing with right now has made people stronger, people more resilient, people more humble, more loving. I like to think that, but that may not be the case. So let me help you with this. We have fear when we lack control. So if you have your pencil and paper, I want you to draw a circle in the middle. And I want you to draw a circle to the left, to the right, and write in there family in that circle. And the next circle, I want you to draw under family, write friends. And the next circle, write culture. And then the next circle under that, write finances. Now over to the left of the big circle, I want you to draw a circle and write society. And draw one more circle and write world. And in that big circle in the middle that you've already circled or drew, write the word M-E, me. So fear comes in when we lack control. Control of our mind, control of our body, control of our spirits. That's when fear sets in. The key to understanding fear is to understand you lack control of everything outside of your circle. You lack control of your family. You lack control of your friends. You lack control of your finances. You lack control of your culture. You lack control of society. And we know you lack control of the world. You lack control of all those things. The only thing you can control is the circle in the middle. M-E, me. I'm the only person I can control. Yes, it hurts me when I see my family and friends doing something that I know is harmful to them. It hurts me when I see that my money is going out the window because of something that's happened in the world. It hurts me to see when my people are being hurt and devastated by certain things that's taking place. It hurts me to see when society wants to draw conclusions on things that is unhealthy. And it hurts me to see when the world as a whole is hurting. Because I'm a part of the world. I'm a part of all those things. I'm a part of my family. I'm a part of my friends. I'm a part of my culture. I'm a part of my finances. I'm a part of my society. I'm a part of the world. And it hurts me. And it gives me anxiety at times. And it gives me fear at times. But I don't let it live in me. Because the only person I can control is me. I'm the only person I can control. So I refuse to give my power over and allow fear to take over my life. You have to understand that in this big world, we're giving a life, one life. And we're given dominion over ourselves, not over anyone else. We have control over ourselves. So if you're not putting the time in you during this time of shut-in and crisis, if you're not reading more, if you're not educating yourself more, if you're not understanding more of who you are, your body, your mind, your spirit, if you're not spending more loving time with your family, if you're not spending time of service, if you're not understanding your body and your health and how that affects you as a person, as a being, as a whole, then you're wasting time. Because what we're going through now, or what we knew in the past, will never be the same. We can't go back. We can only move forward. We can look back to remember, but we move forward. Yes, we don't want to forget what we're going through or what has transpired. Because we have to be able to tell our children and our children's children, we are eventually going to be ancestors to someone. So we, at this point, at this time, need to pave way for the future. And again, no, it will never be the same. So take this time to grow. Take this time to absorb what you need in your mind, in your body, in your spirit. Don't allow the media to feed you what they want you to know. Don't allow other people to give you the blueprint of your life. Don't allow circumstances and other people's thoughts and ideas and ideologies put fear in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind. Don't allow yourself to be a statistic because you didn't take care of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because as we know, fear kicks in and it mentally can take over. It can take over your body because whatever happens in your mind puts out a chemical and it penetrates through your body. And then it kicks in an emotion. And sometimes that emotion can be devastating. You're hearing of people that's committing suicide. You're hearing of people that are lonely and lost. Why don't you put something positive in your mind while you're going through this transition? Why don't you start anew? Fear cannot live in me. It visits and it leaves. I don't even let it spend the night. It visits and it leaves. And I don't invite it in. Sometimes the door is just cracked open, it peeps its head in, and I quickly shut it. We have to understand that what we put in our bodies and what we put in our mind affects us physically. So the segment of breaking through fear is a segment to help you understand that fear may exist, but you can break through it. You know, I keep things around my office that allow me to remember who I am and the accomplishments I've done when fear sets in. You know, you can kind of see the books over there. I have this whole wall is full of books. I've read over 800-900 books, if not over 1,000 books on the mindset and how it affects us in positive and negative ways. So when I'm telling you, I speak of knowledge. I also keep in my office things that help me to make me feel better about things when things are kind of low. So this is a picture I'm going to show you. This is a painting from an artist. She's in Arizona. And when I saw it, I just loved it. And she wrote on the back and she says, Jeannetta, the only job is to persevere and never allow fear to kick in. She wrote that on the back. And so I loved it so much. My Bluetooth fell out. Sorry about that. I loved it so much, and I have to hold it because I have little bitty ears. Okay. I loved it so much, I bought the rest that comes with it. So I have this one. And then the next one is this one. So when you're in the middle of your journey, you know, when those stairs look very long. And then this is the last one of the series. It's when you finally make it. You can stand there and just be at awe with your accomplishments. So today I challenge you to break through your fears. Understand that what you put in your mind is what shows in your body and comes out. How you see yourself is how other people will see you. If fear stops in and visit, don't allow it to stay and fester. Find who your ancestry is and who your ancestors are. And know that they have paved the way for you. Understand what you put in your body is essential to who you are. Junk in, junk out. Understand that you have to know yourself better than anyone else. And understand that you are the image of your Creator. And if you're like me, my creator is of the Most High. And if I'm the image of my creator, yeah. So I hope I was able to give you some good notes. And I hope I was able to give you some things to kind of think about along your journey. And I hope I was able to enlighten you with these trying times to look at them in a positive manner and not negative. And to know that this is a time for you to recalibrate yourself. Notice I didn't say recreate, because I believe you are of excellence already. But recalibrate, just fine tune some things, reset some things. And when this is over, be ready to come out like a caterpillar, like we're a caterpillar, and come out in a cocoon, and we're flying around like a butterfly, and just be ready to go out and just pour into the world, pour love and service into the world. And just know that if you need help, if you're feeling low, reach out. Reach out. There's more people that will love on you that will turn your way. I want to leave you with this. Find the good in everything that you do. Allow this time to learn and listen. Learn about yourself and listen to others. Take time to move forward in love and service. And always, always be the best you. 365 days a year. Again, my name is Jeannetta Collier. I'm a mindset transformationist and a business strategist coach. I'm also a motivational speaker. I am a published author of the book called The Best You, 365-Day Motivational Journey. I'm a real estate expert in the commercial realm. I'm executive producer, and I'm also the host of my radio show, The Best You, 365, where we motivate, educate, and transform. Thank you to the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs for building this platform of the heart. You can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and also you can go to my website, imaginaryglassceiling.com. I thank you for listening to me today. I hope you're able to glean something out of this talk. And I pray that you will be safe. God keep you, love you, and cherish you. Be a blessing to yourself and be a blessing to others. Thank you.